Okay. Welcome to episode 17 of Truth and Banter. And the guys have assembled. We've got two Arsenal fans and one Man U fan and one Chelsea fan on the pod today. So I don't know if we'll talk so much about Arsenal, but there's really nothing to talk about. Guys, how's your weekend going? Dele, how's your weekend going so far? I think you're happy, Abby. There's no scare till the last day of the season.
I would have been happier if Inter Milan had scored because I was really. Napoli, my bad.
Napoli. You Serie A to have been, done and dusted this this game week.
Oh no, they have one more game, but
Yeah.
this last round, it was hot. Like I don't know, you didn't follow it.
I was following. I saw that they gave Lazio a penalty, and then the
Oh yeah, they gave
manager got
Napoli
arrested.
last minute. VR cancelled it.
Yeah.
It was all drama.
Wow. Well,
If they
okay.
had won that game, then they would have won the competition, the
The
Scudetto
league,
today.
the Scudetto. Okay. Well, that's Inter, right?
Napoli. Inter
Napoli.
already finished the game
Drew.
2-2. So
Okay.
Napoli, I think the VR was checking their penalty.
And he cancelled
And
it.
what
So,
happened?
yeah.
They
All right.
cancelled it.
So, what can concern you as Arsenal fan? Why would that have made you happier?
I mean, like you said, Arsenal is done and dusted. I mean, we already know the position we're going to finish. We only needed a draw today to cement that position. But Napoli, I've been following them since Conte went there. I do like Conte as a coach.
Okay.
And I want
All right.
another team.
All right. Elanga, and that's Jetson. Guys, if you listen, Jetson has been here a couple of times. He's here with us today. We say hallelujah. Jetson, how's your weekend going?
Yeah, it's been going good. That's not one, so everywhere's good. Everywhere good. How's your side?
Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're
Uh,
good. We're good.
Arsenal and Nottingham Forest won this weekend, so
So Nottingham Forest is your new team. You made your name Elanga.
that's my second team. Be that.
Why, if I may ask, why?
The last game of the season against Chelsea now, so I gotta support them.
No problem. Your second team will fail in Jesus' name.
They
So,
don't feel-
how's it going? Sure. Same time, same place,
Yeah,
same
I'm here.
same location.
Yeah, it is what it is. At least if you cannot pass, you must not fail. Just stay where you are. And that's what we've been doing.
I was not even talking about you. I'm talking about where you
That's
are
not
right
what
now.
you're saying now. Same place, same time on the board every time.
Abi, it happens. It's one of those things. I'm good. I'm here. That's
Okay.
what matters.
Do you understand what you're saying, though?
I think he understands. He doesn't want to touch
No,
on
he
it.
does not. That's
So
not
do you
his usual
understand?
reply.
So do you understand?
What did he say?
I said, do you understand what I was talking about?
No. I thought
Um,
it was mine, really.
I tell you now.
That's why I said, yeah.
Every
No,
time when we're about to
I-
record, you always day one place. Where your head is day one place.
Yeah. You still don't get that.
Show you if you don't understand, we can't help you.
Yeah, enough.
Cool. But all right. So we'll move on. Start of the pod. We are going to start with the top 5 race for the EPL. We know first place is done and dusted. Second place seems to have been handled this game week, which is Arsenal. They've won against Newcastle, 71 points. They're second. Newcastle is now level. I mean, they're all the same points. Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa, all on 36 points. They've played the same number of games. Man City have a game in hand. They can jump to 68 points if they beat Bournemouth. Yes, they can jump to 60, and that will make them, half safe. Game week 38 would be a banger because Chelsea are playing Nottingham Forest on 65 points. They had to hold on for dear life today. They went 2-0 up. West Ham gave it a fight. I mean, I was rooting for West Ham, but it was not meant to be. God, waiting be that jab, waiting he thought God disposes Abi. Man, God give it
Man proposes, God disposes.
Yeah, man proposes and God disposes. So Nottingham Forest are still in the running. Yeah, they're not going to go without the fight. It's going to be a bumper. It's going to be very hot. Last day of the season, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, top 5 race. Is any of your predictions changing? who do you think would make or would miss out? Show, who do you think will miss out of this top 5? The two teams that will miss out from this top 5 race.
Okay. First of all, I think Nottingham Forest will miss out.
You
Yeah,
don't believe they will beat Chelsea at home?
No, they will not. Even if it's away, they will not.
Hmm.
I just feel that somehow Chelsea will get it. Somehow Chelsea will get it. Yeah, that's what I feel. Then I do not know who Aston Villa is playing.
They play Man U now, isn't it? Man U. I put
They're
the
playing
up. Yeah, Man U are
no.
away. Yeah, they are playing your team.
Yeah, Man U at home.
Yeah,
Man U at home.
yeah.
Wow.
So they have to beat Man U at home. You know why I've been telling you that Man U is my best team now.
Oh.
Because
No
everything
wonder.
relies on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Another problem is City's opponents is quite dicey. I mean, I don't think that City will beat Bournemouth. I really do not think
At home?
so. I don't think so. City, to be honest, City are not convincing at all this season. I mean, since they've been, struggling, especially in the second part of the season, they've been struggling real hard. I mean, when they win, you know that. I mean, we all know how City wins, where they win initially. I mean, they beat you blue black, but now,
They're
see,
struggling.
it's always as if, I mean, you cannot just, I mean, there's no way on this earth anyone, I mean, who watches football would predict that Crystal Palace will beat City in that final. It's a final, for God's sake. I mean, they should. I was thinking the match will finish in 45 minutes. And, here we are. We couldn't even, they even saw it, got the penalty and missed and stuff like that. So, personally, I think that City are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. So, my top 4 will be Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then
The fifth one?
Newcastle. That's one. Yes. The fifth one, then maybe
Right,
City.
so Aston Villa,
City, Aston
they
Villa,
miss out.
Nottingham.
Okay. So Dele, up to you now. Arsenal have secured their spot. Who's going to follow them into the Champions League?
Newcastle, Man City, Nottingham Forest.
So all this Arsenal fans, they'll give person a pick. Why?
I mean,
Why not
Flo is talking about Aston Villa, but I think it's only because now it looks like who's Newcastle playing on the last day?
The Newcastle is playing Everton. The pictures are just above the what's it called? You see them?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everton.
And Newcastle is home, right?
Yeah, Newcastle is home. Yes, they play Everton at home.
Okay. I would just say for now, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle already confirmed. I think Man City will beat Bournemouth in their house, but Fulham might be a different away, might be dicey. I just want any other person. I don't just want Chelsea to go because I have agenda.
The agenda are not going against.
Aston Villa, everybody can go. Don't concern me.
Okay.
Chelsea,
okay.
I want to see Chelsea at 7, not even 6.
No problem. God don't go do it for you. Jetson.
Man proposes,
God will
God
dispose what you are proposing. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, let's see. My top 5: Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, City, and Nottingham Forest. Just will miss out.
Okay.
Just because of that just because of the last game week.
Please,
I think Nottingham Forest will beat.
please, Chelsea, what did you
I don't know for
do to
them.
Arsenal?
They are way above where they are 5 points. How many points are they? They see the hate on us.
But this last game week is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bumper.
More interesting than the title itself.
The one that you participated in. I mean, you guys did not compete.
We don't compete anything.
But
that is meant during January.
Yeah, I don't want to digress a bit too. I know we talk about Arsenal a lot on the podcast. Well, I was looking at this table today and I was just looking at it. It didn't feel like you guys drew 14 games. Arsenal drew 14 games and lost only 4. Like, do you guys feel a type of way about the season so far. What game of the season stuck out for you that you guys that you should have performed better or won those games?
I think all the games that we had red cards in, and the teams that we faced that played low block against us, Fulham, Newcastle, which other teams played low block? Let me see. Forest, Nottingham Forest too. I think all in all, I think our problems just stem from us having a bad attack. I think our attackers are very wasteful. If you watched our match today, you see that our attack was causing problems for our defense, because anytime we were on the transition, we always give it the ball back. And it was always putting pressure on our defenders. That's why I always tell my other Arsenal fans, my guys, that you need to have a very good attack, so that in order not to put pressure on your defenders. Because if you back, like what happened today now, like in the dying minute of the match today, Newcastle were just hitting us on transition because we're just turning the ball over. So I think our main problem is that attack.
Okay.
I think we'll be fine if we get attackers next season.
Okay. What kind of attackers? Is it the attackers that have many specs? Like, they must carry, they must shoot, they must which of those?
Yes, just finishing and speed. I just need finishing and speed. That's for our left winger. Then striker obviously has to be very good.
Martinelli has speed now.
Finishing and speed.
Okay, you don't get finishing. Wait.
You don't get finishing.
But he's one of your attackers with a good output, this season and last season though.
If you look at it, is the output that good? It's not that good. It's very poor.
Okay.
Do you have anybody in mind?
Left winger, let me see. Maybe Lookman.
What are your thoughts on Leao? Rafael Leao.
I haven't really watched Leao that well. I only watched Leao in the Euros, I think, and I wasn't really impressed, to be honest.
Okay. Let's not make it.
I've watched YouTube comps. I think he's
okay.
I think he'll be great under Arteta, Shago. I don't know.
Let's not make it Arsenal thing. We're gonna move on. That's the guys' top 4 predictions. The Arsenal fans don't want Chelsea to go. The Man U fan thinks Chelsea will go. Me as the Chelsea fan, I want Chelsea to go. And the guests, we don't have a Chelsea guest today. I would have loved to take their reaction to the top 5 race. And that's it. On Tuesday, City play Bournemouth, and then on Sunday, everyone plays each other. Chelsea play Nottingham Forest. They don't have a striker. We don't have a striker, by the way. We have Saka from Temu, and he just got bullied by Barcelona too much on Friday anyway. But yeah, we're lucky we got that win. We'll see how it goes. Now we're gonna go on to the player of the season. We have nominations. This came out during the week. We've got Morgan Gibbs-White. We've got Van Gravenberch. We've got Isaac, Mbeumo, Declan Rice, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Chris Woods. Those are the 8 nominees for the player of the season. Guys, is anybody missing from this list? Who should be on this list? And is there a pretender on this list? I'm going to start with Jetson. Is there a pretender on this list? And should anybody did anybody miss out that should be here?
I actually think Rodgers should have been on player of the season.
Okay, Aston Villa. Why? Is he their best player this season?
Yeah, he has been their best player this season. That guy is just too good. I think he's the best ball carrier
in the league. What's with this obsession with you Arsenal fans and ball carrier? You guys now have ball carrier in Arsenal.
You don't get ball carrier. Now drivers we get.
But Rice is here. He's a ball carrier.
No, according to Rollins' definition of ball carrying, doesn't mean. According to Rollins' definition, what did you say that it said? And someone that can carry the ball from attack to defense, like
You are
create a
moving
chance.
with Rollins' definition.
So I also went to search the internet. It was kind of similar. It doesn't actually ball carrying doesn't actually mean driving with the ball. From what I saw.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
kind of right actually, because
Yeah.
Rice, that's not his natural position. We know it's Arsenal that is, changing. Yes, he knows how to drive the ball, but majority of the time, I think he's just learning that trick. Unlike the player you called, when they take the ball, they go straight. Either they go to shoot or pass the ball. But Rice is just learning that position, because I think if I'm wrong, in West Ham, it was more of the pivot four.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that was what he did for Arsenal last season. So yeah. Okay, so Morgas is missing. That's a key miss.
Rogers.
Yeah, Morgan Rogers, not in
But it's
there.
actually in the young player of the season. So
Okay. All right, yeah, but we'll get to the young player of the season very soon. Dele, who do you think is missing? Who's a pretender in this list?
pretender. Is there any pretender in this list? I don't think so.
Okay. Why is not a pretender?
No, they should have put Caicedo in place of ref.
Is that what you feel, Abi? You just want to talk with in my mind. Which one?
I'm being sarcastic.
You're very sarcastic. Dele, what do you think about the player of the season nominations?
I think if Nottingham Forest makes the Champions League, I'll give it to what is his name? Gibbs White.
As
'Cause,
player of the
yeah,
season
I mean, come on.
over Salah.
I mean, we all know what Salah does. I mean, okay, well, you're right. Well, let's give it Salah. They won the league. But for me, with what nobody expect, I mean, these people were fighting for relegation last season.
Mm-hmm.
The same player, I would tip. But Salah, Salah. There's nothing that's changed. He has always been a fantastic player. Mbuemo maybe too, but Mbuemo, his team didn't make it past that Champions League or Europe, whatever. For me, for pretender, I don't know. It might sound harsh, but I think Gravenberg, I'll take him out and put McAllister. I so
Okay.
much love that guy. Like, I understand people say transition play, Gravenberg the way he does, but you see McAllister is everywhere. Scores the goals. I don't think Gravenberg, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name well. I don't think he scored any goal this season, which I know is not his primary role.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we all know goals that wins you games and all that. Alex McAllister scored vital goals for Liverpool this season.
I don't think he had that much of goals. I mean, Gravenberch was the most of the time was that standing for.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I know it's not his primary role. But we've seen, for example, I'll use Rodri. I mean, I'm not comparing, but I'll use Rodri as an example. We've seen him come up with it was a 4-2 now. We've seen him come up with vital goals when Man City needs him. So for me, McAllister, if you go check it, he has scored games where Liverpool, they're probably playing garbage, and he just comes out with, as short as he is, he would even knock the ball in the opponent's box. So for me, I'll put him there instead of what's his name? And the other people, I think Wood. I don't know. He started well after a while, maybe after his injury, but yeah, I think it's okay for me.
Okay, he did get injured, and I think I think that Nottingham Forest actually suffered from that injury from him. Okay, no problem. No pretenders for you. So you think McAllister will replace Gravenberch, right?
Yeah, that's for me. I'll replace him with McAllister.
Okay, sure. There you go. Sure. Up next. Sure, you don't put it for where
okay,
you put it. We know we talk again.
Yeah, standard. He's routine. So for me, I think I'll replace Gravenberg. Not because he didn't do well this season now, and not because of goals or anything now. I just feel that he was just on fire at the first phase of the season. By end of December, the guy stopped playing, to me anyway. I mean, and I watch about 70%, if not 80% of Liverpool games. The guy somehow just stopped playing. Maybe he was tired, he was nurturing an injury, it could be anything. But to me, he stopped playing around that December. And if you notice, Liverpool started struggling from January. They were only winning based on, Salah's brilliance and sometimes McAllister, like they said, just come in and score and all of those things you get. But the that's why I said I will replace Gravenberch with, and not with McAllister, with Casedo. Actually, he's been fantastic this season. Believe me.
It's horrible. It's
We can
horrible.
bant, we can bant, we can, we can bant and say he's a fighter, he fights. But hey, he's a traditional for DM. What we used to know the likes of Vieira for. Roy King, this is what they do. They fight for the ball virtually everywhere on the pitch. And that guy has been a big, big revelation. In fact, without him this season, Chelsea will literally be maybe we'll be fighting in 10, 12, and the likes. And that's just it for me. Casedo will actually replace Gravenberch here.
Okay. I know we've all chosen our pick. Olasalam, are you there? I know we've chosen our pick. Out of Liverpool players, because obviously they've won the league, they have 3 players in there. And usually with these nominations, sometimes you get 4 players and everything. Salah is the only attacking output, for obvious reasons. Are we missing out on the other attackers? Their next best attacker was Luis Diaz. He came up with 13 goals. And I don't think what's his name? Mbeumo particularly had a better season than Luis Diaz.
Oh, he does. He does. He does.
You think so?
Luis Diaz was not consistent. He started well. I think
Yes,
if you watch Liverpool, if you follow Liverpool fans, a lot of them are even asking for them to get another attacker. He did start well at the point. I think the first few games when they played Man U and all that, after a while he just phased out. He went for a I don't know, was it a barren or how did they call it? Without scoring, no goal, no assist. At Fantasy Premier League now, we all had him and we had to sell him. We had to just maybe come back. And that, like you said, at that point, Salah, maybe Van Dijk in some games, Alex McAllister, they were the ones coming up with the goals and all that. Maybe the goals he will score, maybe Liverpool's already scoring or leading 2 or 3, and he will come out with 1. But when you look at vital goals, nah, I don't think he deserves to be on that list.
All right, okay. We're gonna move on to.
Sorry to add this. It can't even be among the shortlist for Liverpool best players this season.
So who would you now choose apart from
It's
these
Salah.
3 that are here? Yeah, Salah,
Apart
Van
from
Dijk. Who else?
Salah, Van Dijk,
You
and
they-
I don't
who
think
else?
there's any other person that has been fantastic. Well, maybe Gravenberch anyway. And he's on this list. I don't think there's any
That
other person.
goalkeeper too.
Even Jota, all of them, they were. If you want Liverpool games, just go and search these guys' names, Jota, Diaz, in Liverpool fans' Twitter. What is it called? Timeline. You see the kind of courses and all sort of things they were saying. Those guys were not, as in they were. Absolutely, I don't just want to use some words, but no. Even for, I'm a Man U fan now, and you know that majority of our players are absolute rubbish. If those guys perform the way they perform in Liverpool for Man U this season, it will still be rubbish. That tells you something.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the young player of the season. We have these guys. We got people who I think should not be in there. We have Kopama. We have Saliba. We even have Gravenberch is there. I know because of his age, is 21. He's in both of the lists. Why are these people there? First of all, before we choose our picks. Why is Kopama? Why is William Saliba? These guys are what, 24? I know the criteria is the age and everything, but these guys they're bigger than this category. Don't you guys think? I want to start with Dele.
Yeah, I don't understand why. No, but I think Kopama is not 24 yet. What they count the year already, so it'll be 24 this year. I do not think he and Saliba, especially Saliba, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't think Saliba had he had an average season for me. At the point, I'm like, just sell this guy to Madrid and get the money, whatever, sell him 80 million, 100 million, and just find someone that you can groom at the point. I would have put MSL. Is he MSL or MLL?
MLS. Yeah.
I would have put him there. And right now, I can't think of another. I'm sure there's another person in mind I thought of before, but I can't also think about any really, really young. Let me see. maybe when I remember, I'll put it there. But for me, Kopama and Saliba should not be there. I don't know how old is what is this Aston Villa boy?
Morgan Rogers, I think he's 22. He's young as well.
Oh yeah, then for me he wins it. He or the Bournemouth guy.
Who'd say who just left for Madrid? All right, okay. Okay, you chose your pick already. So, Jetson, who are you going for? Who is the pretender? Who is missing on this young player of the season list?
Yeah, for me it was I think I don't know what Uncle Saliba is doing here actually. I would have replaced him with Skedy. Then Palmer. I don't know why Palmer is here. Palmer is a pretender here.
Why is it a pretender?
But actually, it's actually, funny enough, I don't think there's any other youngster that performed on the level of these guys are here.
Okay.
But Palmer is the pretender here. I think he had. Saliba didn't start the season well. I think he improved as the season went on. But from beginning to end of the season, the most constant player was Morgan Rogers. Either Morgan Rogers or Dean Huijsen, this defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also scoring vital goals for Bournemouth. And yeah, the guy's he's a good defender.
All right, sure.
Or my pick will be, if I'm to give your player of the season, is going to be Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers, okay. All right, sure. And there's no, are you not surprised that, how old is Ahmad? Shouldn't Ahmad be, has he been nominated for this? Ahmad is 22. Don't you think he would miss?
23.
Yeah.
Ahmad
is Palmer's
Yeah, he's 22. Do you think he should be on this list, young player of the season?
Give me a second.
Okay. All right, we'll come back.
Because maybe he was injured.
Okay, yeah. You know, he was injured for quite some time, and he didn't even start the season, with us.
But he played 25 matches out of 38.
Yeah.
25.
Yes. I
Who
mean,
started
25
sub?
matches out of 38. That's about maybe 55% of the game this season, and mostly as a sub. Yeah. I mean, well, I don't want to say mostly because this guy used him more, but I mean, he came in as a sub many times as well. But that's not even what is it called? Looking at where Man U is on the table, maybe that's why he's not being considered. But averagely, he's done decently. But to me, I think Rogers just nipped it for me, really. Rogers, to be honest, he just nips it. Yeah. And I don't know why. Well, I think Saliba is about 24, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he's 24.
He just turned 24.
Yeah, so I don't know why he's here. I was thinking MLK, Kenny, but I think that also, I think that also Kelly didn't really first phase of the season. He wasn't there at all. Yeah, maybe he wasn't playing or something. Yeah, but I don't think he will start there at the first phase of the season. Maybe that's why he's not being listed here. So personally, I think Rogers takes it, but I would have loved maybe Kelly to be on this. Then also, Saka is 23. I don't know why he's not on the list. Yeah, he got injured, but see, his numbers are still, literally like the best for Arsenal. So if Arsenal are to choose even among their best player, I don't think any Arsenal fan will be choosing Saliba as their best player this season ahead of Saka. So I don't know why Saka is not here.
But I was asking Dele that is Declan Rice the best player in Arsenal this season for him to be nominated?
Yes, he is. There's no other player that
most consistent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. There's no other player that was that consistent for him. Well, maybe when the season started, he wasn't really
Gabriel, I think Gabriel
at the top of.
Yeah, Gabriel then got injured.
It was close to Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabi will have, but Gabi got injured for, he's been injured for quite some time now, and that's yeah.
Timber too actually tried. Timber tried.
Okay, yeah, Timber. Okay, no problem. My agenda did not agenda. We'll leave it at that.
I know.
But okay, so Olasalam is mentioning Raya because Raya might actually be the Golden Glove winner.
You should go and see that somewhere, Joe.
because of
that's
the clean
true.
sheet.
Raya
Yeah.
saved us. Raya saved us today with this.
Now him job to score. You say he saved us. That means job to save.
Yeah,
That means he did his job. He did his job well now. He did his job well. He did his job well.
Yeah, he did his job. Just like
well.
yeah, sorry, just like what is it called? This Liverpool goalkeeper usually does his job well. But I mean, at the end of the day, the attackers get the glory because the game is about scoring goals and all of those things. Is attackers' game, not defenders don't really get, and defenders and keeper don't really get those praises that attackers get. Personally, for me, Palmer was a flop this season compared to the numbers and his performance
Worrying.
aside his numbers for last season. But then, if you still look at the
Don't
numbers,
don't
this
go
season,
ahead of
it's quite
yourself.
decent.
Wait, hold on. Don't go ahead of yourself. We have flop of the season
Everybody
coming up.
had high expectations for
Yeah,
Palmer this season.
Yeah,
Like they were
You
expecting
get,
40
you
goals.
get, you get.
Okay.
I don't think it was an absolute flop, sha. But for the sake of
No.
for the sake of
See,
banter,
like
for the
I
sake of
said,
banter.
compared to the numbers they had last season, of course, we know that the reward for work is more work. So if you give us 20 goals last season, you should be giving us more this season. You don't stay at that 20. That's what make those greats who they were. You get. I'm not trying to say that it's a flop. No, not at all.
You don't start
last season, and it's
you don't
overall.
start out.
Yeah.
So let's just go into it. Who's your flop of the season?
All right.
So the things I want you to mention is the flop of the season, player, and the team, right? And then you mentioned the overachiever. I mean, in terms of players, the flop of the season, right? You're going to also mention the team of the season. No, not the team of the season. The flop team of the season as well, and the overachieving team of the season. Those are the three things I need from you.
Over or under achieving of the team of the season? Which of them?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. You don't confuse me now. Now, overachiever of the season I put for there. So
Okay, all right.
yeah, the overachiever. The surprise package, basically, surprise package this season.
Okay, so for me, the flop of the season as a player cannot be anything more than Oiland. That's just the flop of the season for me. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Then you said the flop team of the season.
Yeah,
Well, I would have said I would have said Tottenham, but then how many people really expected so much from Tottenham? So it has to remind you. That's just it. Yeah. Then overachieving team of the season has to be Forest. There's no two ways. It's Forest. Yes.
Okay. All right. I want to say you are very honest for a Man U fan, but you are too honest.
No. See. One thing is this. Like we said, the name of this podcast, is Truth and then Banter. Of course, we can add banter here and there, but don't forget that we cannot lie. You have to say the truth. That's what.
Okay. No problem. I don't think Man U is the flop for me, Shower. Not like I want to banter. I don't think Man U is the flop. It's what is expected.
They are not. Man,
You can't change.
Tell us your own flop. Wait.
Now Tottenham now. You can't change managers in between and not see the effect of it.
No, I disagree.
And go and stay in 16 for Man U.
The reason I say I disagree is nobody would ever predict Man U will be where they are.
Do you
Did you
get?
predict Spurs? Will you predict Spurs to be where they are?
Spurs is not today. Spurs is going down low now.
Nah, no. The same Spurs that was in the Champions League final how many years ago? Come on. They've been worse than Man U.
Okay,
That one is not fact.
okay. Hold on, Lala. On the timeline, for example, how many times? I mean, banter aside, how many times have you really seen people talk about? Oh, Spurs are even in 17. Why Man U is in 16? No, people would rather talk about Man U because you'll be talking about Spurs.
Right.
Nobody expects literally anything from them. Do you understand? That's just the truth.
Spurs have lost
beat Man U
20
3 times.
games.
They've beaten us 3 times this season.
Yeah, that don't mean that they're the same position. They fight 17 and 16.
You see?
But no problem. Dele, as you don't come in, tell me your your flop of the season, player and team, and then the overachiever of the season.
Before Show said I wanted to choose Son. I think I'll still stay with Son for the flop because I didn't know. I don't understand what happened to him this season. That's Son Heung-min.
Son has 7 goals and 10 assists this season in the league.
I don't know where that came out from, to be honest.
And he got injured though, don't forget. He got injured.
did?
He started 24 games this season, yes. He got injured.
Okay then. Okay, then I think I'll stay with Show, with everything Show said. Then.
Okay, no problem. Jetson.
Sorry. Let me add Odegaard.
Now what?
I was about
Oh my god.
I was about to add that nigga's name. Odegaard. I don't understand
Why
happened to
are
that
they
guy.
hate on Odegaard like this?
No, we know they hate the guy. I'm wishing the best for the guy. I don't know what.
No.
Don't know.
Personally, I don't think they are hating on him. I just think that they are so disappointed in him. Although
They
personally, I
expected
feel
more.
Bad.
I feel
But-
they actually overrated the guy. You know, the guy
No,
was
no,
actually
no,
at the time.
no,
Okay,
no,
no
no,
problem.
no, no, Barreto. See, this guy, he can't even control the ball properly again. His passes
That's
are
how Martinelli played.
heavy
He played.
weighted.
I mean, Arsenal was at the peak that season, and Martinelli had, I think, over 25 goals and assists at the time. And you guys felt he had the right,
Eh.
only for him to, to stink last season and this season.
So Martinelli still had a good run of form in some games.
Yes. Yeah.
Odegaard from maybe since when
Odegaard,
had a
Odegaard.
baby. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Odegaard, even if he didn't have even if he didn't have goal or assist, like you could just tell that guy was just he was like
His ball was
he had
not-
beat up that team. He was always pressing. He's one creating all the chances. He was just on fire. He had the flair, everything. Now he's just completely gone, disappeared into thin air. I don't understand what happens to the guy. He
So
can't
that's your
control the ball.
flop.
He's hiding. No, that's not my flop. Bro. Flop is
talk on your flop.
the same thing you show.
Who-
That guy
Oh,
can't even control. That guy can't even control the ball. Erasmus.
well,
Erasmus.
interesting. Well, team flop of the team for the season. For the team.
Flop would be. Say my flop. United.
Flop will be United.
Manchester
Okay.
United.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about the overachieving team of the season?
Overachieving will be Forest now. From relegation to top 4 battle. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
All right. No problem about that at all. An unanimous decision. TruthNBanter hereby declares Man United the flop team of the season. We also hereby declare Rasmus Højlund, who a lot of people had high hopes for, as the flop of the season. Yes. I think for the team, for the overachiever of the season, I think people chose Forest the most. So Forest, the overachieving team of the season. We're gonna move on to the FA Cup final quickly. But I think Dele won something for that. We're going to move on to the FA Cup final. Nottingham Forest, they won their first ever in their history since they have become a football club. Their first ever trophy, beating Man City 1-0 at Wembley. This season has been a season of the underdogs, if I could say. Yeah, season of the underdogs with the top 5 race, and the guy Newcastle also winning the Carling Cup, and we have Forest. I mean, not Forest. Yeah, Forest almost making that. In fact, they've secured Europe also. It's been a long time they've been in Europe. They've secured Europe, but they're just yet to see whether it's going to be Champions League or Europa League or the SCG Cup. Crystal Palace, how do you guys feel about them? Are you happy for them? I want to start one agenda. It's not really agenda. It's what I saw on Twitter. People are saying that their manager has now matched Arteta's legacy. I'm going to start with the Arsenal fans now. Does that statement have any truth in it? Has he matched Arteta's legacy at Arsenal? Dele.
I would borrow something from Ola Salam now. You are biased. All
Oh,
of you are biased.
oh my
All of
bad.
you. Okay, so let's go back to it.
Hmm.
I don't think he has matched any legacy. I mean, he has done a fantastic job to win their first trophy. Yes, I was so glad. Going back to what Show said that nobody predicted, I did predict it. I even put a bet on it, but I didn't. I didn't win a lot of money. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't put too much money. But I did know that, like you said, Lala, under the year of the underdogs, I knew that Man City was going to fumble in that game. I don't think he has matched anything. I mean, he has done so well for Crystal Palace. Yes, let's commend that. We don't have to involve Arteta in every situation that happens. I mean, we know as an Arsenal fan, if we're being honest, we know as much as I want Arteta to leave because he has tried, I know where Arsenal was before this guy took charge. So yeah, Arteta has put the balance on Arsenal. I'll put it that way. Is it the one to put us to the next level to win a major trophy? That I'm not sure. But putting us in a balance, yes, he has tried. So
Okay.
there's no conversation there.
Okay. All right. Jason, are you aligned with your fellow guy?
Yeah, yes, I agree. Different
Okay.
clubs, different pressure.
Okay. All right. Sure. Do you agree that I don't want to put my you inside it because did he do better than how many times did this other coach Ten Hag? How many times did he win the FA Cup? Was it twice or once?
One FA Cup.
No, he got to the final once, won, and won a Carling Cup as well.
Okay. So there's more to that legacy that we can.
He didn't go a season without a trophy.
Do you miss him? Do you miss Ten Hag?
No,
You don't miss him
at all.
Are you happy with Amorim?
Yeah.
Do you think you guys are on the way forward?
No.
Do you want to
No.
change?
Change of
Yes.
coach? No, not yet.
Not yet. We give him more time. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, see, like I said it in the pod some time ago. I think about 5 pods back. You know, of course, when a coach comes in, all we have to do is support. And because of the nature of the club and the history behind it, you know, the whole lot of pressure and all of those stuff, no problem. It could take you some time to get your footings here and there, no problem. However, after 3 to 4 months, we should be able to, even if it's indirect football, start winning certain games just to stay afloat. You can't just say no, I'm so rigid, this is how I play. No, Oga, this is the Premier League, not German or Galatasaray Turkish league or something. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, there was something that came out this season, recently in the news that Amorim claimed. Personally, I don't want to believe it, but maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. Amorim claimed that he never knew that the lesser teams
in England,
the EPL, are this strong. Yeah, you get. So who is going to tell you all of those things? It's your job. It's like getting a job anyway, and you're saying, "Oh, my competitors are so strong." Then resign and go now. Why are they paying you salary? So for me, after like 2-3 months, I wasn't convinced. More so, this pattern you want to play, majority of these players cannot play it. Let's not deceive ourselves. They cannot. There are certain games we should have actually won, and players mess it up. It's fine. It's understandable. People watch this game. Just like the game that got Ten Hag sacked. It was not his fault. That game, we were supposed to win it. It was West Ham game. In the first half alone, we're missing sitters like anything. We should be 3 or 4 goals up in that first half alone. However, we ended up losing the game, and Ten Hag was sacked. And like Okwenka used to say, no matter how bad the players are, it is easier for a team to sack one coach than to sack 15 to 20 players. And that's the truth. No matter how you look at it, that is how it is. So for me, he has done terribly. I like the fact that he himself has acknowledged that no, even if we win the Europa, no, it doesn't change the fact that we are terrible, we are bad, no problem. So you can acknowledge it. Now, let me see the first phase of next season. If I cannot see any drastic change, I mean, something that can get us up to 8 at worst, that, oh no, we're just trying to come up at worst 8 by December, then it gets this. For me, that's what I
Okay, now that you mentioned it for the Europa League, we're just going to dive straight into that conversation. It's the Europa League final happening on Wednesday, and just because the two teams that have made our flop team of the season, I'm going to tag this the battle of the flops, and it's just so crazy that either of these two teams would win this competition and would be in the Champions League next season. So all is at stake. Tottenham have already beat Man United. Was it 2 or 3 times this season? United three
Three.
times, right? United are on a very bad, poor form. They have not won in the last, was it 8 or 9 games? It's like a club record for them. It's been a while they've gone through this patch. Is there hope for Man United? And will Tottenham shake it off and turn on the game on Wednesday night? Who do you think would win this competition? What should we watch out for? Is it gonna be let me leave it to you guys. Who should we look out for? Who's going to be the decider, and what team do you think is going to win the Europa League? I'm going to start with the Arsenal fans again. Sure, I'm going to save you for last. Let's start with Jason.
It's actually a hard one because both teams are really bad. But the head-to-head for the two teams, I think Spurs have won United about 3 times. Is it 3 times?
Yeah, it's 3 times. They won 3
3
times.
times. 3 times. So, but don't know. I think United might just edge it.
Because it's an important fixture, right?
Yeah,
They don't mess about in Europa League.
And I think Bruno might be the defense.
In defense, okay. Dele, what do you think? I think they're playing in what? Is it in Scotland? Dele, what do you think? Who's going to edge it, and what player will be the decider? Why they play? Okay, now what? Yeah, I'm not say sure good. They happy now. You get
Don't
support.
hear.
I am.
Yes, so yes, so
Glory, Neil. I don't want no noisy neighbor.
You know what noisy neighbors?
Either ways, we banter.
No, but one is banter that you cannot banter because
to
if
be,
Spurs
to be
win,
honest, I don't even really know any sports fan. I mean, I don't stay in England. So that might be okay if they win, but nah, I don't want it. I'll take money win. Sure, we banter. Next season, finish below 8. We'll start again.
Okay, all right, no problem. Sure. Are you as confident as these Arsenal fans that they're going to?
I'm not that confident because at the end of the day, we really don't know the Man U that will show up on that day. But if there is one thing, Man U have not lost in the Europa this season, and Tottenham have lost a couple. So maybe, and then the fact that Bruno will be playing at least is one that gives me confidence. So I want to believe that Man U will win. And then, of course, they have a pride to play for rather. This team have beaten you 3 times this season. I mean, are you going to make it 4? That's terrible. So you should do something. Just put your life on the line in this game, and that's it.
So game of the season for you, if I will say.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes. That game happens on Wednesday. Any team that wins, we're going to play their supporters, song or their anthem, wherever it is. That's what we're going to start the pod with next episode. So sure, be praying that we start it with glory, Man United. But yeah, a good one. There's also the SCG Cup, which as a Chelsea fan, I'm not looking forward to because I don't care for it. The most important game for me is on Sunday. And I think SCG Cup happens upper week. I don't know. Are you guys interested? Would you guys still banter Chelsea if Chelsea lose?
It's in the SCG.
Would you guys banter Chelsea if they lose it to Betis?
You see the
Huh? Not be much.
Okay, you will banter it, but if they win it as a trophy, will you regard it as a good trophy that they won?
No, not
if
really.
you guys win, you guys are made history now. First team to ever win
all three. That's an angle. That's an angle. No worries.
That's a very foolish.
So that's how is it foolish? You don't play Europa Cup. Why you don't win now? Why you don't win Europa League?
You don't see Guardiola be man you play that kind of competition before. You play that competition because you were terrible in the league. That's why you were.
But you know that Man City can end up there. You know, can't they? Yes, now based on the if they lose on Tuesday, they are in trouble. Let me take it back in there.
6 stars. Let me see. Like,
no. Don't be 6. Which number they go there? Don't be 7.
Yeah, but if they lose and they don't win, if they lose their next 2 games, they're in trouble.
Oh no, if Chelsea go clear again.
I don't hear you, no problem.
Who is 8? What? How many? The person at 8. How many points does he have? Does this person?
55. In Brentford. 55. Yeah, they're far behind.
Is it 8th? SUG competition.
I think it's 7th that will go. 7th.
Are you sure? So it's only
because Europa. What's his name? Crystal Palace are going to Europa.
FA Cup winners, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so it'll be
tough game recall. Yeah, game with Texas goals.
All right. I think that brings us to the end of the episode, guys. Do you have any banter material? Do you want to banter any team? Is there anything you want to get off your chest? That is your time. If you don't have,
lost.
Oh, who lost? Barcelona. We can't banter them now. They already won the league now.
But they still lose the match now.
Yeah, but I think something is clear that if they had won with the Yamal goal, I know somebody that will not.
Of course.
Yeah.
You still Ballon d'Or shout.
Yeah, I know somebody that will have been talking right now. But yeah, he's indisposed. He's indisposed, so he can't join us.
No, he's incommunicado.
No, he's communicating. Yeah, he's communicating. But yeah.
Really?
Yes, now you've not been seeing his communication.
Yeah, chat now.
Show slow today.
Oh, he's the one. No, I'm not slow. Okay, Naim be that dot.
Naim.
You know, he changes name like
opinions on who should win Ballon d'Or.
He changes name like Madrid changes Champions League trophy.
Okay, no problem. All right, that brings us to the end of this episode. Short and nice, under 1 hour. Guys, if you followed us till this moment, follow us on social media, TruthNBanter on X, Spotify, and YouTube. Episode comes out every Monday. Our guests today were Dele, Jetson, the Arsenal fans, Mr. Show, and our resident Lamine Jamal broadcaster, Spanish correspondent. He's here, but he's not here. So thank you everyone for coming. See you all on the next episode. Bye.